guys, this is Albert, Taxman Corey. Guess what, guys? I'm in Brooklyn, New York. You know, we went from Hialeah, Florida, now we're traveling the country. Today we're going to show you how to build your business by spending around $49, and you're going to take your business to the next level. So in about 2 seconds, the show will start. And please, if you're watching this, sharing is caring. So I'll be back in 1 second.
Yes, you will.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. My name is Michael Silvers with Power Team. Everybody, we're going to do a little what's called responsiveness to just make sure you're awake and ready. It's after lunch. So say, I am ready. Good. Did you train them already? All right. I've traveled around the world. I've seen every single speaker on the planet. I put every speaker on the planet on stage, from 5,000 to 25,000 people in a room. It's an amazing day to have somebody you work with that you know, like, and trust. Those are the people you want to learn and work with. Albert's created an amazing business over the last, I don't even know how long. I don't want to date it. We'll say over the last many years. Is that good? And he's going to impact you with information of how to really take what you have and create more. And when you create more in a financial position, it allows you to do more things in life. Hi, everybody. I keep walking into your camera.
It's okay.
So get ready for the information. Get ready to be impacted. Get ready to listen to what he has to say. When he gives you something and he gives you anything as a gift, say, I will. Take it. Awesome. You guys are great. So please give a huge standing ovation and a big round of applause for Mr. Albert Corey, the Taxman.
Hey, thank you. First of all, thank you, New York. By the way, my name is Albert Corey. I'm from Miami, and it's a little cold. Okay, if you saw my space jacket, my wife thinks I was going to Alaska. By the way, this weather, real quick, in Miami, you know, we have like 5, what you have in sub-zero, we're in Miami at 50 degrees. So anyways, let's get started. Everybody ready to learn some cool stuff to take your business to the next level? Yes. Okay, let me ask you a question. How many of you guys are startups or in businesses from 0 to like 3 years in business? Say aye. Do you have a marketing business? Do you have a marketing plan in place? No? Then nobody has any marketing plan in place? I guess not, guys. Then you're in the right place. Because guess what? I'm going to show you a simple and easy way you can build your business for probably around $49. You know, because remember, when I started out, guess what? In 1985, guys, when there was no internet, no cell phones, I had to go figure out how to build your business. And this is a system I'm going to be sharing with you today. It's the same system I've used since 1985 to grow a 7-figure consistent business from scratch. Okay, so how many of you want to build your businesses? Say aye. Aye. Thank you. Because remember, guys, if you're not building, you're not getting new people, guys, guess what? You're going to be closed. You know, the IRS, and I've been doing tax stuff for like over 3 decades. If you're not getting new people in, guess what? You're closed. You know, my dad used to say, if that register ain't going to go cha-ching, cha-ching, you might as well, it's a hobby, and go work at Walmart or McDonald's. All right, so now, on with the show here. How many of you can use a gigantic increase of cash flow in your business? Say, cha-ching. Cha-ching. All right, today I'm going to discuss simple marketing techniques that work so well, do you think money's going to grow on trees? Y'all like that, huh? You know, raise your hand if you're ready to increase your cash flow. Everybody doesn't have their hand up. How many people want to get more money in their businesses? Even if you're a startup, don't you want business money? Okay. So now, I would like to thank Bill Walsh for putting on this amazing event. Let's give our event staff a round of applause, okay, for putting everything together. And obviously, I need to thank you for showing up, because showing up is half the battle. Today, I'm looking for 10 business owners who want to take their business to the next level, guys. All right, to the next level. Because IRS statistics say that, guess what? Unless you go out and get new clients, guys, you know, you will be closed by next business expo. All right, or it's going to be a hobby and you're going to grow away. So you guys are going to have to figure out how to get people in this business. But that's what I've been doing for the last, like, over 3 decades. So we're looking for 15 people to grow their business, to increase their cash flow and get more leads in their business. So the regular price, normally the regular price is $24.90. Oh, missed the slide there. Normally the regular price is $24.95. But because today, I want all you business people to be able to take it to the next level, guys. Because I don't want to come back next year. Next year we're scheduled at the Jacobs Center on May 20th. And I want to see everybody saying, yeah, Albert, we made money. I don't want to hear, ooh, we didn't make any money. Because guess what? If you're not taking action and you're sitting there, guys, if you're sitting there, nothing's going to happen. All right? So now, today we got a special gift. If you text, everybody take out their phone. Take out your phone. You can put Taxman to 26786. Okay? And you're going to get my book. This is a special gift book we have today. The book is going to give you my way, how I started, guys, from pretty much out of high school, college, was never supposed to be going anywhere, to building my 7-figure business. It's got all cool tips and how we got what we got to the top. Okay, so I got a question for you. Who wants, for the first one in the front, can get a free book? Whoever wants the free book, get up, get up, get up. You up? Nobody, come on. Go. You see? She got here first, guy. You got to reach out. See, because guess what? Action is the key to success. You know, if you're not out there moving and shaking, all right, if you're not out there getting out the clients, okay, you know, I want you to go out there and build. If you're not out there building, guys, you're going to be close. So anyways, now we got the book. Would it be okay if I tell you my story?
Yes. Sure.
Okay. You see, I was born in Pittsfield, Massachusetts in 1960. You know, we moved to Miami, okay, in 1970, where I still live. And guess what? I graduated University of South Florida in 1982. But guess what? In 1982, there was no jobs to be found. None, zero, nothing. You know, I wanted to go work in downtown Miami and see the cruise ships coming in and out. But there was nothing to be found. Until one day, all of a sudden I hear my dad come knocking on the door. Albert! And he starts screaming, get up. I said, holy God, I thought there was a fire. What happened was, he said that they had a small motel, and that's the picture of it, in the Miami area, and he needed help cleaning the rooms. He said, but Dad, I'm a college graduate, because everybody's got to work. So I couldn't find any work, so I was cleaning rooms with my parents at the motel. But guess what? One of my turning points in my life was, my mom comes in 1984. Never forget this day. She comes up with this big stack of papers. And she tells me, okay, real quick, she tells me, says, hey, look, get a paper and pencil out. I go, why, Mom? Because you got to pay the IRS. I go, IR who? Yeah, they're the tax people. Now, the funny thing about it was, I never got a W-2 form. Never got a paycheck. You know, I didn't get nothing until she comes up. But that put me on a mission to figure out why I had to pay tax. So then, I saw an ad, the H&R Block. All right? And that was my way to figure out how to do taxes. So I started working for them until one day, it's like still in my mind. Somebody comes up to the front window and says, will you do my tax return? The manager says, sure, no problem. $500. I'm saying to myself, $500? They only pay me $4 an hour. I'm saying, So I start thinking and thinking. Then all of a sudden I said, ding, ding, ding. That was my aha moment. I'm going to get rich. I'm going to go to people's houses, do tax returns. So I got in my car. I rushed home, ran up the steps to tell my dad, Papa Joe Corey. I said, Dad, we're going to be rich. We're going to go tax returns. And then Dad tells me off. Not in one, but in 2 languages. In words. We're a Christian audience here, guys. So I can't tell you the words he told me in 2 different languages. But what I can tell you was, he said, you don't know anybody. You got a good job. You're going to waste your time. You go eat your life. So he goes on and on and on. So then I said, you know, Dad, you're right. Nobody's going to come to Albert Corey, but everybody's going to come to Corey & Associates. And that's the name of my firm in Hialeah, Florida. It started in the bedroom of my mom's house. But guess what? I learned right away that you better invest in yourself. Because if you don't go out and get mentors and coaches and classes, guys, you might as well just stay home and do nothing. So obviously the first things I invested was I had to pay for the class at H&R Block, which got me kind of where I'm at today. And the second thing was, I know it's going to sound crazy, but had to put a phone in my room. You know? And another cool story was, never forget this day, you know, my mom, I got clients, and we're going to show you how. Somebody calls me up. I'll never forget this client, 6 or 7. She calls me up and says, she asked me how many people are in my firm. I said, a few. This is really much I started with nothing. And guess what? The few were my mom who answered the phone, Coin Associates, can I help you? Get it? Now this is going back to my book, Perception, How You Build a Business. It all ties back. And my dad who'd go out and make the flyers for me and help me pass it out. And me with my back pocket of quarters. Now remember, there's no cell phone. So I had a bag of quarters that I always have to call back. So now, I started in my bedroom with only $300. Actually, if you guys are old enough to know, it was less than $300 because AT&T probably took almost half of that to put the phone in my room. So I probably started maybe $150. Whoa! It's okay. Don't worry, it's all cool. So guess what? I started in my parents' bedroom with only $150, and I probably borrowed that. And guess what? I only filed 50 tax returns. Okay, only 50. In 1985, only 50 tax returns, and it was about $1,200. So I probably made about $1,200 maybe that year, right? But guess what? I had to find a way to get clients. Okay, so if you don't find a way to get clients, and you don't find a way to get people, you know, you're either going to be having a sign, I work for food, or all your dreams are going to go away. How many have big dreams of building their companies? Right? I don't hear you say aye. Aye. Well, then you got to take action to get out there.
I'll take it.
You know, you got to get out there and get clients and people. So this was 85. No cell phone. No internet. So I had to figure out how to get out there. So anyways, today I've been in business for over 3 decades. That's my office at Hialeah, Florida. I mean, it's 1800 68th Street. We've been at that office about 15 years. about 15 years. And guess what? We filed over 4,900 tax returns. And guess what though? I don't spend a lot of money. I'm going to show you what I do. I don't spend a lot of money. It's the same simple and easy system. You don't need no admin. I know a lot of my friends out there, they're trying to sell you all this stuff that you're going to need high tech, VAs, virtual, all that stuff. Guess what? You can get it started, with very little or no money. That's how I started, because in 1985, guys, there was nothing. So you got to know how to get clients or you're going to close yourself. Like I said, if I can do it, and this is the guy who barely got out of high. If you read my book, you're going to realize, everybody who texted, you're going to realize this is the guy who barely got out of high school. Somehow I finished in college, right? But today I'm traveling the country on the expo tour. So I'm really out here, guys. You see, that's a real office. So I'm out here to try to serve and help you. So if I can do this, you can do it. So now I'm going all over the world, guys, speaking to people, showing you how to take you to the next level. Because guess what? I want to come back to the Jacobs Center on my 60th birthday. I'll be saying, hey, Albert, we're all our millionaires. How many would like that?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear, and by the way, you all can follow me on my Facebook page at facebook.com, taxmanbiz. You can all write that down. And guess what? I don't want you to be putting it on my page. Oh, we closed. I don't have any customers. Because I hear that all day. I don't want to hear. I want you guys to say, we made it. Because now you can do whatever you want in life. And guess what? You want to make it profitable and simple. So if I can show you how you can build it without spending very little money, not the way to success. Get more clients in and spend less. Right? Isn't that the name Business Works? At least that's when I went to school. And I want everybody a successful company. Now, let me ask you one question. Why do you think most small businesses fail? Let's hear some things.
No business background. Poor cash management.
What other? I think you hit it.
No customers.
Right. You have no customers. Why? Because you're not getting them. Or you're going to say, oh, it's too much money. I can't afford it. I don't have an ad budget. You can't think that way. What I'm showing you today is you need very little or small budget to get you to the next level. I mean, it works every day. I mean, I'll show you, if you come up to me later, what I'm going to show you, it's one of the case studies, but it's on my phone that happened yesterday. I mean, I'll tell you a quick story about this, how this system works, where I got somebody who I online. I met him online, and somehow, I don't know if you know who Grant Cardone is, at the 10X group in Miami, goes, oh, we talked. That was October of last year. And if you come up, and I'll show you, this is crazy but true, that he says, hey, Albert, can you help me with my tax stuff? I can't get it done. Now, let's see, that was October, and now we're in November, right? So, hey, say hi to Bill. He's our leader here. Say hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill. Coming to the show today.
That's it.
I will say this: if you ever want to learn grassroots marketing from a guy that does millions a year, all on free marketing, what is it? $500 for your course today?
Not even. $497.31.
Have you ever not had someone teach you grassroots down to like spend nothing, get tons of customers? He does $5 million plus a year in his business, all in free marketing. It's the best $500 you ever spent. I'm telling you, we have so many customers that utilize his 31 ways to market your business. Anyway, thanks, Albert. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Cool. So anyways, you're right. So getting back to it, guess what? You need clients. But not everybody has a marketing budget. Let's take a little survey. How many people have a marketing budget for the year of $500? Right? Got one. So obviously nobody has any money to market their business because most of you are startups, but you don't have any money. But guess what? We're going to show you how to get there. It's the same thing I've been using all along. So you're right. The number one reason is you need clients. Cash flow, all the other stuff, as I will learn that, by the way, that's a good problem. That means you got clients. You know, obviously you need more clients, and then you don't have to worry about that. But the biggest thing is most people don't have any clients. And now I'm showing you here, right now, I'm the first one to tell you, I'm on a Facebook Live. And I'm getting views every day. So anyways, you're right, we don't have no clients, so you have to figure out how to get clients or you're going to be a statistic. Now, my system I have over 30 strategies. And probably, when you start working with me, there's new ones coming out every day, cool and ninja tricks that I use that really doesn't cost a lot of money. You see, but guess what? You know what's pretty cool about this? It's not 30 and 30 like you have to use all 30, like climb the mountain. No, you can use number 1, 3, 9, use any way, anyhow you can. You know, because most of them aren't interconnected. Okay, the biggest trick is they're not interconnected. So you can use it any way you want. It's the same thing I use every single day. Every day that I use every day to build my 7-figure business. But guess what? I talk a lot, and Bill told me I only got like 30 minutes. So today I'm only going to show you 3 of them. How many of you can use 3 cool tips you can take away now to start building your business? Say aye. Aye. All right. So now, the first one here. I know I talked to a lot of you before. How many of you have business cards? Raise your hand. Okay, now I want you to take them out, and we're going to go over them real quick, if you don't mind. Okay? Now, the first thing we want to do, a couple of cool things. By the way, anybody's got any questions, I'll answer anybody's questions. The first thing I want to do is you got to make sure that there's a contrast, meaning that so many cards, if you go in the bucket in the front, you got them blocked on light gray letters. If I can't read it, it's worthless. Okay. Second thing is you can't have the card cluttered. I had so many people who show me the card. All right, the front was okay, but on the back they put 29 things, and the type is like so small. Even with my glasses, you can't use them. Okay, so now everybody look at the cards. Now the second thing is I want you to turn the card over. Now turn the card over, and now I want to ask you a question. What you don't want to have in the back is you don't want to have no logo. Okay, if you have a logo, guess what, guys? Your business card, and here's a good analogy that I heard last night. we're in Manhattan, okay? And I asked the guy, there's like one pump in the middle of Manhattan, and like the gas is like $7 a gallon. And I go, why is it $7? Oh, well, because it's the real estate. Well, guess what? Your business card is the same way. You only got so much space, and they better be able to see it like a billboard. So now, another thing I see all the time is, I want you to ask you guys one more question. Repeat after me. I am a billion-dollar brand.
I am a billion-dollar brand.
Good, because now we got to start thinking and acting like that. Which means is, I'm sure everybody in this room, and if I'm wrong, please raise your hand, that your average customer is more than 60, 70 bucks, right? So why are you using these cheap Vista cards? You're a billion-dollar brand, okay? So, y'all are laughing, huh? Right?
It's fire.
Right? Am I right or wrong? Because you want to stand out. If your average client is more than 70 bucks, okay, then you want to get it. It's like another quick story, and then we'll go on the next part. I was at an event Monday night, and the guy tells me, "Oh, the business cards aren't any good." I said, "Okay. How much is your average ticket?" $8,000. I said, "Okay. $70. Now he says, "But my clients throw them away." I said, "Okay." He started blah blah blah. And there again, I asked him, $70 or $5,000? Think about it. You need cards and I'm going to show you how you use them in a minute. That's why they got to be done in a certain way. So now the next thing is now here's why I got you the notepads out. You have to make it. Your business card is a gift card. Raise your hand when you're at an event or you're at Christmas. How many people like gift cards? I don't hear any. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And a gift that keeps giving. Well, you got to make your business card a gift card. Now you're going to ask me, how do I do that? Let's go over why first. Because why you want to make it a gift card is when you go to an event, okay? And if anybody saw my cards, you can almost look at the one here. Anybody wants to look at this one? This is kind of like the back of my cards. And if you want to know my tax cards, I got them, in the thick. That I want people to talk to me. Right? How many people came in the front of my booth and when you saw that, you're like, let me ask them, what does that mean? Well, that's right. So now it's your gift card. Because we're going to get the curiosity going. So if I can get you to ask me a question, then now they're a qualified lead. And what did it cost you? Thank you. So anyway, now I want you to which we got to do right now is you need to write down what's the number one question people ask you. Okay, very easy. It's got to be 9 words or less, all right? And it's got to be so a 5th grader can understand you. Right? Now, somebody asked me, what's a 5th grader? There's 2 examples depending on your age. I better get the younger one first. How many ever watched the TV show Friends? Say aye.
Aye.
Remember Phoebe?
Yes.
Hello. And an older one was, if you ever saw All in the Family, but most of you guys are young, Edith. Or the Jeffersons, George. So it's the same thing. Okay, now take a few minutes. Guys, take a few minutes and write down what is the number one question, 9 words or less. It's got to be no technical terms. Okay? So people can understand. Everybody done? Still thinking? And by the way, while you're thinking, anybody have any questions who's done or wants to share? Anybody want to share what they put? Go ahead. Yes, question or what you did already.
Question that you want us to write, right?
Yeah, write it down.
Oh, how much does it cost?
What? Now, because let me ask you a question. I don't know what you're doing, so why would you put how much you cost? See, it's got to be a question. Here, let's go. I'll give you. What's your first name? Continue. Let me ask you, what type of work you do? Okay, mistake number one. You can only, all right, let me go over here. For all you got like 29 businesses, because I do have 2, but I'm only focused on 1. You need to focus on 1.
I am.
Okay, so now what is the one that's going to make you a billionaire that you're going to say, Albert, touching? What's the one?
My hair extension.
Okay, now, what is the number 1 reason why we want hair extensions?
For me, it's to boost our confidence.
Okay, so yours would be the number 1 way to boost your, the confidence. Well, now, right. So if you're in a bunch of women and they're like, ooh, ooh, and if they saw that, would that cheer them up?
Yeah.
Well, that's your answer. Because it's to break the ice when you run into people. You know what I'm saying? Working with you, remember this is like a couple of minutes here. Anybody have any other questions? Go ahead.
How do I study to pass like NCLEX? I'm a nurse, like tutor nurses.
Okay.
So how do I study to pass?
Now, you would put 2 reasons, why. Remember, I'm thinking this quickly. The number 1 reason why people fail, and whatever the name of the test is. That's for sure. Sir, what's your name? Nicolette? Nicolette, I'll guarantee you, if you went to a room of pre-nursing students, right, and you gave them my card, hey, if you gave them the card that says, the number of people ask, okay, you're a nurse, right? If I gave you that card, we'd say, oh, sorry, I shouldn't say this, oh shit, what's the reason? Would that get me to talk to you?
Yeah. Yes.
But that's my point. The whole trick is this is a gift card to get you, that's the gift. I mean, my gift is, I've been doing, I'm not promoting, but my gift is to get you to ask me about accounting in this. My gift here, and I'm not talking about that, is, my gift here is, 3 ways to build your business on a tiny budget. Right? Isn't that going to pique your curiosity and ask me? All right? Any other questions? We can go on. Okay. Any other questions? Guys, remember, small, especially all you startups and 1 to 3 is, you better get these clients, you're going to close. I'm here today to get you to that next level. You, like I said, you got a choice. You either can stay where you're at and make it a hobby and say could have, would have, should have, might have, or any of those words, or you can take yourself to the next level. I want you to get to the next level, so you got your choice. Yes, sir.
So I just created a nonprofit organization. Does some of this kind of tie?
Absolutely. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
A nonprofit, 501(c), right?
Yes.
Unless you don't need donations, here's what I'm going to ask you. You got, like I said, guys, I do everything in my office, so I hear this all day, every day. As a nonprofit, I got 2 questions for you. Do you need donations? You need helpers, right? So the answer is not. So it works on everything. Because the point is to get people to talk to you, to stand out in a note, and that's going to be the next part, is to stand out, to get people to talk to you. Because if you have a nonprofit and nobody talks to you, Jason, what's going to happen?
We're not going to get donors or volunteers.
You ain't going to go nowhere. You're going to be one of these people who come to my office, mind you, I have a tax office, and I'm not talking about who has, the government said I didn't file my tax return. Why? Because we didn't do nothing. Hello, 501(c)(3)s, you're supposed to go out and change the world. But if you don't go out and tell the world, how are you going to change it, Jason?
Right. So, like for the nine words or less, supporting underserved women and families affected by lung cancer.
See, I wouldn't put supportive. You got to make it so 3 reasons how to change lung cancer. Remember, I'm thinking this quickly. When you work with me, I will work at it. But something to say, 3 ways to help lung cancer. Don't put support. 3 ways, or the number 1 way to help lung cancer, and then add another word.
Okay.
Happy. Well, you the best thing is try to get it to the number 1. But in your case, when you put some, remember, I'm thinking this quickly, something about lung cancer, I don't know, but remember, we're doing it quick, so I'm trying to,
Awesome.
and I'm talking here, so when you catch me on the side, I got Okay? So guys, like I said, you know, you need to take action. Or yes.
So the format is basically like 5 reasons, not 1 reason.
Well, I had 5 reasons, but I realized to take it down to get, the bottom line is I want you to talk to me. You know, like I said, if you saw this and we're at a networking event, are you going to ask me, oh, you know, if you're my ideal, what's your first name, sir?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. You know, you might, if you're looking for an accountant or somebody to do something, you're going to ask me a question. And that's my point. And now you're a qualified lead. Now what you do after, that's the next thing. So now we did that. Okay, now here's one of my coolest parts ever. Let me ask you a question. How many of you, raise your hand, went and got coffee at Starbucks at McDonald's today? Right? Nobody went and stayed at, okay, how many people waited in line somewhere today? Okay.
Here.
Okay, simple. Okay, I have an education marketing system for just 9 minutes a day. For the time it takes to go to Starbucks or get coffee at McDonald's, you can get your social media done. All right, done. Okay, so now here's what I want you to do. You need to write down 7 tips you can teach somebody in 4 to 5 minutes. So take a couple of minutes and write down the 7 tips. Does anybody have any questions? You have any questions? You're still writing. Okay, done? Everybody done or still working on it? Okay, let me tell you why, and then while you're still writing, because we're going short a little bit on time here, then I'll tell you what you got to do with it, and then afterwards you can ask me questions, okay? That okay with everybody?
Yeah.
So now, the reason why is you're going to make short videos. We're going to take your 7 tips, and now we're going to make short videos. Well, the next question people ask me, but Albert, how do you make money? Because it's called a soft sell. The example I gave a couple of minutes ago on the Cardone people, because every day I'd go on and I'd give them education tips. You know, if you follow me on Facebook, almost when I'm at home and I'm awake, I'm on walking every day, and at 6:30 in the morning, I'm sitting there on my phone and giving you a tip in the morning. So then what you do is, it's the intro and outro is the key. So hi, I'll give somebody, anybody here, let's give somebody an example. Anybody else wants to say anything? Questions? Anybody? Brian? Anybody? No? Yes, go ahead. What's your name, please? Sherma. Yeah, we talked a few minutes ago. Real quick, question, you want to give me the 7 tips? What's the question or tips? Okay. No, it's got to be 7 tips. You got to make 1 tip a day. No. You need 7. Write it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and make 1 tip. It's okay. Guys, you can make as many as you want. Okay? I'm just giving you an example that, you know, you could put 1. I'm just saying 7 as an example. Give me your 2. Doesn't matter.
Use hashtags whenever you post on Instagram.
No, because you're talking about here. Remember a couple of minutes ago you were telling me you're doing hair extension.
Right. So I don't understand. I'm a little confused.
Okay, so now on the video, you want to tell people every day a reason, tips on how to use your hair. Now the other thing, if you're doing social media marketing, yeah. But if you're talking about here, a couple of minutes ago you were telling me about hair extensions, how to build confidence. So anybody else? How about Mr. Nonprofit?
I'm sorry. Well, you know, I was actually thinking about this, and to write 7 tips.
Okay, in your case, it doesn't have to be quote unquote tips. In your case, 7 ways we help.
Okay, got that.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that, sorry, Jason, I'm thinking you're a business, but you have to flip it. If, by the way, if you're a nonprofit,
Yeah.
if you're a nonprofit, how to help?
Yeah, so educational resources for diagnosed women, educational resources
Right.
for families who are supporting a family member, a patient and family advisory council,
Okay.
Beauty, health, and wellness programs, and then I'd have to actually.
Okay, right. So then what you would do is the outro. Hey, this is Jason from whatever your foundation is. Blah, blah, blah. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below or hit me up on Messenger.
Okay, got that.
And then you also maybe put, hey, you can follow us up on Instagram or our Facebook page.
Yes.
And that's how you do it. You go on, and that's how I got, like I said earlier, about that one person, from Grant's group.
I got that. And actually going back to like your other, the things to have someone ask you a question
Right.
about, that really makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Okay.
Now, the cool thing is, guess what? Y'all got cell phones, right? Okay, I mean, I know how to do this, on Apple. So if you got an Android, I'm sure there's programs out there. You use programs like InShot or mobile apps. I mean, there's the free version, but I can tell you on most of these free versions, like InShot, they're going to give you so many commercials, it's better to pay the $9. If not, you'll be clicking the X, click, click, click. It's like $9. And mobile apps is the same thing. It's like $15. Or you can keep clicking the X. It's up to you. So here's the cool thing. You do your video, you click the button, and on all of them has all the social media stuff. You click the button and bam, it can go wherever you want. Now another thing is, guess what? You can take pictures. If you're like a shy person, obviously I'm not, but you take pictures about in your case, take pictures about your braids and talk about it. And in your case, success or whatever, but you can take pictures and do the same thing. What's pretty cool is you can take the video and turn it into podcast. Dude, when working with me, because I go to a lot of shows and stuff, and I'll show you how you can make podcasts like that. It's not difficult. Now I learned I can do podcasts in like 30 seconds or less. And then obviously, be excited. Okay, obviously you can say I'm like, hello. I mean, obviously you can see, and everybody, by the way, if you saw me you saw me at front, and wasn't I the same way, happy and excited? And I'm sure anybody who saw me in the front knows, right? I'm happy. Yes, sir.
I just, so you say you take the 7 tips that you created, a small post, and turn those into a longer episode.
You could take all 7, do a week, string them together. It's real easy. Anybody sign up. It's simple to download it and just use. There's a lot of simple programs that you can use and just string it together. And there's your weekly podcast. Okay? And by the way, guys, don't worry about being perfect. All right? Trust me. If you follow me enough on Facebook, all right? Listen, I get it done. All right? I get it done. And you're going to see sometimes, if you follow me, I get misspelling words. Obviously, you hear me here. I'm not like the most elegant. Hi, my name. No. Guys, that's not me. Okay? That's not me. I get it done. And that's my job here to get it done. So now, question, guys. You got to get stuff done. I mean, I'm going to go over this again and again. So sorry. You got to take action. Or you're going to, guess what? If you're a startup, another thing I didn't say that earlier, if you're a startup, now's the time. You can't say, oh, I can't wait till I get cut. No, you got to start to stand out in the crowd yesterday. Because guess what? There's somebody to the punch already. Because I learned that a long time ago. If I wasn't hitting a punch, H&R Block would have put me out of business years ago. But now they chase me. They're going out of business, and I'm traveling the world teaching people. So, obviously my system does work. Okay? So now the next thing is, guess what? You need to stand out in a crowd. Now you got to repeat. I'm going to hit this again. Repeat after me. I am a billion-dollar brand.
I am a billion-dollar brand.
So start acting like it. Okay, we live in a noisy world. You know, Mr. Nonprofit. How many people out there who do cancer survivors?
A lot.
Thank you. So how come you got to stand out? See, I can relate because I go against war to war every day, H&R Block. But yet they're closing stores. Yet I'm blowing up like no tomorrow. Why? Because I stand out. I stand out every day, all day long. So now here's one. I just talked about thing. Here's one I want to ask real quick. One of the ways to stand out is, how many of you have raise your hand if you have a voicemail on your phone? Okay, now, keep them up. Now, is it in your voice or do you have a professional voice model?
My voice.
What did we just say? Are you a billion-dollar brand?
Yeah.
All right, let me ask another question. With Fortune 100,000 companies, right? If you call the CEO of American Airlines, is this going to say, hi, this is Bob? No, of course not. You got to stand out. We live in a noisy world, okay? And that's the difference, guys, between see me next year at the Jacobs Center or crying, oh, I spent the money and time. I went to the expo and nothing got done. You got a choice. Now, I make the choice every day. So now the next one is email. Now, I want everybody to write down my email. And you guys can email me all you want. And I want you to tell me if you know what I do. Are you ready for this? Ready? It's very difficult. Albert at 1040w2.com. Now, raise your hand. I'm sure if you've been in the United States and filed 5 tax returns in your life, raise your hand if you don't know what I do for a living in the real world. Tax return. So that just like Fortune 100,000 companies, they don't use Gmail, they don't use AOL, they use their branding yourself. Every time, God, you don't know how many times I made money because you ask me, oh, what's your email? 1040. Everybody asks for an email. So why aren't you promoting? Not at Gmail, because there again, you're either going to stand out and turn your business around or you'll be going home. And I want to see everybody at the Jacobs Center next year. Now, the next thing is you have to stand out as an expert. Okay? You need to stand out. So when you go to an event, remember we gave out the card, what do you do? What do you do? You need to go out and answer everybody's questions. Okay? And if you get paid for services, don't be in a little pissing mad, oh, I'm not going to tell you because I'm going to pay. Of course not. You help everybody as much as you can. All right? Because either they might be a customer today, tomorrow, or 3 days from now. Or they're going to tell someone. Let me tell you what happened. This is another crazy story. I was doing a network marketing, and my friend, you can look him up, Milton Olavalleri. We met, it was Vimo. Vimo was a long time ago. And all of a sudden, this is about 6-7 years ago. We met, talked, blah, blah, blah. He went off on his way, and it doesn't matter. But what I meant was, all of a sudden last year, he calls me. 7 years. 6-7 years. Why? Because I answered, oh boy, all right, already. All right, so now, and we started talking. So guess what, guys? Why do I do what I do? Because look, there's my daughter. I had 3 kids. I put through grad school, through college, all on my dime. They don't know anything. 3. Second thing is, I've traveled the world. That's my family in Sydney, Australia. We've been there like only 9 times. So now, and by the way, we've been a lot of cool places, I'll tell you later. What are the results? Guess what? You get an explosive increase of cash flow. Okay, an explosive increase of cash flow. How many of you need to build a business? Because if you don't get any money, you're going to be closed. You'll be an IRS statistic. You'll be calling me and say, check the box to put closed. I don't know if you want that to happen. Obviously, you're going to get qualified leads. Because if I start talking to you, we get them. And guess what? You work with incredible clients. Guys, I can tell you, the people I work with, you know, I go in the airport at 6:30 in the morning, and somebody goes, hey, Albert. Now remember, I do like 1,800 people. Oh, when you open it up so I can start getting my money? Obviously, easiest way to get referrals because you're working with the top, the cream of the crop. Okay? So now let me ask you a question. I want everybody to stand up. I want everybody to ask yourself, how much is one client worth to you? Everybody, I want everybody to stand up and tell me if one client is worth to you over the next 5 years more than $500. I want everybody to stand up. Okay? None of you, you're not going to make over $500? Guys, okay, if you're going to make over 500, now I want everybody to say to yourself, if in the next 5 years, I want you to write down on your paper how much is that worth to you. If you get how many clients a year over the next 5 years. And by the way, make it zeros to make life easier. All right? How much is that worth? 5 years. Right? Okay? So here's what you can get with my program, the Business Elevation Master Training. Guess what? You can get a 30-minute guys, with a 30-minute program with me, we're going to go over everything. We're going to give you, build your $1 million brand. We're going to get you to that next level. We're going to find out why the right address. Wrong address is going to cost you a lot of money. Trust me. I can tell you stories, but I guess I'm running out of time. And guess what? The right entity, you know, it's going to cost you, you know, corporations and stuff, it's going to cost you money. So we went over social media blueprint. Facebook is your TV station. Guys, what I show you is, I don't talk about Facebook ads. I show you how to do video marketing without spending any money. And guess what? Business cards are your gold mine blueprint. Say, these are the results. You get more, obviously you make all this. I'm supposed to be here. It's okay. So guess what? It's regularly $24.95, $24.97. But guess what? You can have it today. Because Bill said we're on a mission to get everybody going forward. Okay, you can get it today for only $497. You know, you're going to get me, who's been around helping clients for the last, like, 3 decades. But guess what? I'm going to give you, because I'm trying to help people every day, you're going to get your VIP bonus. Not only are you going to get the 30-minute call, you can get 90 days of mentoring through Facebook Live, where we're going to, you know, and for any day, any business question you want, not just coasting, we're going to get you there. And guess what? We'll show you how to repurpose your videos to become podcasters. That's regular $9.99, but it's going to be included today. So everybody has any questions? Come on up. If you have any questions or comments, I guess he's standing up here. So I guess if you have any questions, come meet me in the back, and we can get you started now. Okay? Hey guys, talk to everybody soon.